Hey guys, hello and welcome to the channel. So here today again we are going to start with the cloud concept. So we are going to solve some of the AWS basic questions. So let's get started. So there are going to be total 20 questions, and I would request you, if you are getting any doubts, so you can comment it below. So let's start with the questions first of all. Okay. So here's the first question, that is, what term is commonly used for the cloud's capability to scale outward and inward automatically based on demand? So we can see that this is the easiest question over here. So let's see what are the questions. Fault tolerance, reliability, agility, and elasticity. So if we see the fault tolerance, so it is like about your availability zone when you deploy any instance. So your like whatever you deploy, it should not get, your application should not get down. So for that we have the fault tolerance concept. Reliability, so as question says, it is about the scaling. Okay, so when you hear this term scaling outward and inward automatically, one thing should trigger you immediately, that is the correct option should be the elasticity over here. And if we see the agility is basically, we can say, to react quickly, right? So in easy words, I can say to allocate or deallocate resources quickly based on the demand. Okay, on demand via self services, so you can allocate the resource or deallocate the resource. Okay, so this term is called as a agility over here. Okay, then well, we move to the next question now. Which of the following best describes a system that is always online without the need for human intervention? So again, we see this is the easiest question. So question says the system should remain always online, okay, without the need for human intervention. So it should be available, it should be highly available. Okay, so we are not talking about to add any resources or remove any resources. So over here we can eliminate the option scalability, and we are not talking about any failures or availability zone over here, so we can remove this option fault tolerant over here. Elastic, again, so we are not talking about the elasticity as well to automatically scale out or scale in. So the option remains is highly available. So your system should be online and without a human intervention. So that could be your answer, that is highly available. So these are the basic terms. If you get confused in this, so there might be chances that you can select a wrong option over here. So just redefine everything. Just go and check out the Amazon AWS docs. So inside that you will find this all terms. Okay, so just read the definition of that, and while reading the question only, you will get a clear idea what could be the correct option. Okay, then next question. Okay, so system applying the cloud architecture principle design of elasticity will. So it is about the architecture principle design. So let's see what are the options. Create system that scale to required capacity based on change in demand. Okay, well, this sound good. Enable AWS to automatically select the most effective services. Accelerate the design process because recovery from failure is automated, reducing the need for testing. Minimize storage requirement by reducing logging and auditing activities. Okay, so as we talk about the architecture principle design, then the correct option should be over here is create systems that scale to required capacity based on changes in demand. Okay, so scaling is one of the best over here. We can say scaling out, scaling inward, and elasticity. So this can be a system applying the cloud architecture principle design. Okay, so it is talking about the elasticity. So first option over here is the correct one. So let's move to the next one now. Okay, which of the following are types of cloud computing deployment? So I think we do not need to discuss this. So this is simply private, public, and hybrid. We don't have mixed cloud related anything. All right. Which of the following examples support the cloud design principle? Design for failure and nothing will fail. Well, this is the very famous design principle. So, we all know maybe the correct answer for this. So, deploying an application in multiple availability zone. Okay. Adding an elastic load balancer in front of single Amazon EC2 instance. So, it is asking about the design for failure and nothing will fail. Creating and deploying the most cost effective solution. So we need to design a solution like that if we deploy our instances. Okay, so our application should remain uptime always. So for that we will always deploy an application in multiple availability zone. So in case if any of the availability zone goes down, so still your application will remain uptime, so still your application should be running. Okay, so this is the principle. So that's why we should deploy an application in multiple availability zones. Last option is totally like illogical over here. We do not need any alerts over here. Basically alerts is okay. So using Amazon CloudWatch alerts to monitor performance, so it will monitor the performance, no doubt, but over here we do not want any chance to let our application goes down. Okay, so we'll use this second option over here. All right, which of the following are principles of sound design when it comes to reliability? Okay, so we need to choose two as it is mentioned. So sound design when it comes to reliability. So when it comes to reliability, so you can use over here scale horizontally as a correct option. Then other is stop guessing about your capacity requirement. When in doubt, over provision, manage change at the individual resource level. So this is again the wrong option, manage change at the individual resource level. So when it is about the reliability, then we need to take care of the capacity requirement also. So stop guessing about your capacity requirement over here can be the correct option. Okay, all right, which of the following are advantages of cloud computing? Okay, choose three. What are the advantages? So we can see first option, elasticity. You need not worry about capacity. Okay, no special knowledge is required. Okay, we'll see the other options till that time. Variable expense requires large amount of capital, so we'll eliminate this. Agility, decreasing the time to start new services. So okay, we can select this. Now we are stuck at second option and third option. Okay, so no special knowledge is required, and other is the variable option. Okay, so let's see what can be the correct option. So no specialist knowledge is required, and variable expense, so I can say to use services we need the knowledge. Okay, so variable expense will click over here and will let's see the result in the last after completing all the questions. Okay, which of the following are principles of sound design when it comes to performance efficiency? Okay, performance efficiency. So we need to use serverless architecture. We need to use advanced technology, democratize. Okay, mechanical empathy. Have your IT staff master of all new technologies. Deploy into multiple regions to go global in minutes. So this is the mostly like 100% correct answer. So I think this three are the correct options. Hopefully we are right at this moment. So yes, which of the following best describes a system that will remain operational even in the event of a component failure? Okay, component failure. So yes, it is about the fault tolerant only. So when I say it should be operational even in a component failure, then it should trigger you the correct option, that is the only fault tolerant. Okay, a chief marketing officer of the hotel chain you work for would like to implement voice recognition capabilities in rooms so customer can request services without picking up the phone. Competitors have already begun rolling out these technologies in an attempt to improve their customer experience. Okay, which benefit of the AWS cloud would you most emphasize to the CMO in your business case for creating an AWS based solution? So customer can request services without picking up the phone. So this is about the agility when you need to implement the things faster and it should be reactable quickly. So when I say, so it is based on demand services. So like amount of computing resources can be provisioned in minutes, like all stuff. So there should be no manual intervention, so I'll select over here as a correct option, agility. Okay, so moving to the next question. Adding resources to your application as user demand grows is an example of which cloud concept? Okay, so resources to your application as a user demand grows. So see, scalable, it is like you can scale in, scale out resources so as requirement. But when I say adding resources to your application as user demand, so I think the correct option should here be elasticity. Okay, in elasticity we can automatically scale our application, right? So we'll select elasticity over here. So as to adding resources, for adding resources we can use obviously a scalable, so that it should be scalable, we want to add or remove. But as per the user demand grows is an okay, all right. So it is not asking to automatically add resources or remove, right? So in that case this would not be the correct option. Maybe the scalability is only the correct option, because as per the user demand, okay, it is not like asking in the question to automatically scale the resources. In that case it would be elasticity. So here we can get confused, so read the entire question completely, so there might not be chance for you to get fall into the trap. Okay, well, right. So now deploying your EC2 instances across multiple AZs will help address which cloud concept? Deploying your EC2 instances across multiple AZs will help address which cloud concept? So it will be high availability. Our instances will remain uptime always. So this defines your high availability concept over here, as we are deploying into multiple AZs. Okay, which of the following is not a major contributor to the agility that AWS provides? So see, as we know about the agility, so who is not the major contributor? So in that case you will remember this, the answer should be governance over here. Which of the following are principle of sound cloud design? Okay, sound cloud design. So scalability, assume everything will fail, infrastructure as a code, and disposable resources. So we do not want to limit any third party services here. In the sound cloud design we are not applying any limitations to use the services, neither we use the tightly coupled components in cloud. Okay, so any of the cloud, not only about the AWS, even for the Azure and GCP as well. So treat your servers like pet, not cattle. So this is not the this statement is doesn't describe anything related to sound cloud design, so this is totally the different one. So this 4 can be the correct option. Okay, what is the very popular as a service? Come on, we do not need to discuss when it is about the popular as a service model that permits a cloud provider that makes application available and accessible typically from anywhere, then that is a software as a service. Which of the following are characteristics of cloud computing? Okay, just a characteristic. So pay as you go, on demand delivery, services are delivered via the internet, cloud charges are capital expenditures, so no, last option we can eliminate. And services are delivered via the internet, no extra skills or training are required. So I think this 3 can be the correct option. If we are wrong, maybe, so that in the last, after all the questions, we'll discuss that also. Following the which of the following best describes the ability to scale computing resources up or down easily while only paying? Okay, so it is about the which of the following best describe the ability to scale computing resources up or down easily while only paying for the resources used? So over here you might get can get confused in first and last option, that is elasticity and scalability. Again, while scale computing resources up or down easily. So over here in this questions it is asking about the ability to scale. Okay, and while only paying for the resources used, so that will come under your elasticity, not under the scalability. Which of the following best describes a system that is always available without the need of, I think this is repeated again, okay, high available I can mark over here, without the need of human intervention. Ensuring that you have traceability is critical in AWS. Traceability typically falls under the what AWS design pillar, so it will be under your security. Okay, if you have any application and you are not sure about the future demand, okay, we are not sure about the future demand, which of the following characteristics of cloud make cloud an ideal place to host it? Ideal place, so no upfront is one of the correct option I can say. Scalability, no single point of failure, high availability, performance efficiency, pay as you go. So pay as you go, if I am not sure about the future demands of pay as you go will also be the correct option. And now this seems to be like the almost similar other options, so this is confusing little bit. And also this is the last question, so we need to think what can be the correct option over here. Okay, so yeah, if I need to be use scalable over here because I'm not sure about the future demand. So scalability, no upfront, pay as you go, and three options we need to select. So I majorly this can be the correct options. What I am getting like confused over here is about the high availability, but I still high availability basically I will be aware of that, but over here in the question it is asking you are not sure about the future demand. So let's see the result, and mostly we have selected the correct options only, and we'll discuss also. So it's about the 95% we score. So let's see why we score 95%, where we are lacking behind. So what term is commonly used for the cloud capability to scale outward and inward automatically? That is elasticity. Okay. And then always online. When it is always online, it should trigger you highly available. System applying the cloud architecture principle design of elasticity will create system that scale or to the required capacity based on changes in demand. Which of the following are types of cloud computing deployment? Okay. Which of the following examples support the cloud design principle design for failure and nothing will fail? That is deploying an application into multiple AZs. Which of the following are principle of sound design when it comes to reliability? That is scale horizontally, stop guessing about your capacity requirement. So elasticity of cloud computing means that you never need to over provision or manage change at the resource level. Okay. Which of the following are advantages of cloud computing? So variable expense, elasticity, you need not to worry about capacity, agility, decreasing the time to start new services. So elasticity, agility, and the ability to control the variances in your month-to-month expenditure are all advantages of the flexibility of cloud computing. You do still need specialist knowledge to deploy, say, you need a specialist knowledge to deploy solutions in the cloud. So that's why we have not selected over here no specialist knowledge required. Okay, such as AWS certifications, large amount of capitals are also not needed due to consumption model. So we have the consumption model, so require large amount of capital. This is also wrong. Which of the following are principle of sound design when it comes to performance efficiency? So obviously it's about the serverless architectures, democratize advanced technology, and multiple regions to go global in minutes. So of these choices, you should democratize advanced deploying multiple AZ and serverless technologies. Okay, which of the following best describes a system that will remain operational even in the event of a component failure? Fault tolerant will be the correct option. Okay, so we had discussed the c01 also. So it is like to quickly can request services without picking up the phone. So agility is the correct option. You can read the comments as well. Okay, so whatever written over here in the description. So please pause the video and read. So that would also be the helpful for you. Adding resources to your application as user demands grows is an example of which cloud concept. So it is about the scalability. Deploying your EC2 instances across multiple AZs. So that is about the high availability. Okay, so which of the following is not a major contributor? So that is the governance. Speed, experimentation, and culture of the innovation are all major factors that contribute to the overall agility. Okay, that AWS provides an IT department. Alright, so which of the following are principle of sound cloud design? Scalability, assume everything will fail. Infrastructure as a cloud disposable resource. Over here, we okay, so choose three. Which of the following are characteristics of cloud computing? So yes, it requires extra skills. Training is required. Pay as you go pricing. Services are delivered via internet. I was confused in this two option only. So okay, it's okay. Pay as you go pricing. On demand delivery. Rest all the options are correct. Which of the following best describes the ability to scale computing resources up or down? So it is about the elasticity. Which of the following best describes a system that is always available? So that is about high availability. Ensuring that you have traceability is critical in AWS. So a huge advantage with AWS is the fact that you have traceability of API calls throughout the architecture. This means you can conduct intense audit and analysis of activities, including those that might be unauthorized. The traceability characteristics fall under the security pillar. I think we have discussed all the questions, and this is the last one. That is, if you have new application, you are not sure about the future demands, so scalability, no upfront and pay as you go is the correct characteristics of the cloud computing. Okay. So we are done with the 20 questions and we have scored the 95% out of that, due to which we have selected this one incorrect over here. So basically you require the basic knowledge, and the question option over here is framed as no extra skills or training are required. So that's why this is the wrong, and the correct one is the services are really delivered via the internet. Obviously this is the correct one. It are like this services are delivered via internet only. So we are good to go. We have selected, like, corrected almost 95%, and we have discussed the wrong one also. So I think guys, this will help you. These are the basic cloud concept questions, and you should also score the 100% in that. So we have like almost did the correct one out of this. And if you feel like anything which need to be discussed more, so I'm also going to solve more questions. Okay, and you can get that by subscribing my channel, so you'll get the notification when I upload that. So stay tuned, and I hope that this was like a helpful to you. So we'll see you in the next video. So till that time, yes, one more thing. If you're watching this video, so I'm going to attach one AWS community day event, which is going to like held on maybe on the 11th and 12th of November. So you can register yourself there for free and join. So it is not like you require any of the advanced knowledge. You will able to learn the basic things also about related to cloud concepts in that event. So thank you guys, that's it for today. So we'll see you in the next video. So till that time, take care, thank you, and bye bye.